Report over! Well, that settles that. Cunning disguise. Right. Come in, Dalek 1.
Wait, what are you using as a phone?
Oh dear, I was hoping this wouldn't come up. Well, it was meant to be just a walkie-talkie. So, because obviously the way I envision the story is when I'm not telling my Daleks what to do, I'm down on Earth, where I live.
Yeah.
So, and the walkie-talkie is this little Spider-Man walkie-talkie I borrowed from my brother.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was trying to cover it up so no one could see that it was a Spider-Man walkie-talkie, but the secret's out now, so there
Yeah.
you go.
Well, sometimes the simplest things can oftentimes be the most effective. I mean, I actually came up with this idea because in Power Rangers, if they needed ice, they just wrapped up their enemies in cling film or saran wrap, which works well as ice if you have a low budget. Wink, wink. Dudley, are you there? I think our video may have crashed. Hello? Hello? So, yeah, you could use that to your advantage when it comes to green screening.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Snakestaff magic!
Okay, so we got the view of the Daleks here.
Yes, this is where I can actually talk about how I do the voice.
Yeah.
Except I've got my phone turned off, so no one would interrupt. But basically, there's this little voice changer app, which I've got on my phone. I'll record, and then I'll get the mic from my laptop and my speakers, which you see in my reaction videos, which you see a massive white screen and not much else. But
yeah,
and I'll just record the clip onto the microphone, and I'd like to think I do a pretty good Dalek voice.
Yeah, yeah. So, yes. And best background I've ever seen.
What do we do about Fresh Powder's watchers? Oh, don't worry, they'll soon come to my side. They've seen what a Dalek can do to a Cyberman.
Again, you're hinting at the Doomsday episode, where they Dalek blasts them.
I'm on the. There are people out there who say Cybermen are better than Daleks, but I don't know. Which do you prefer? Do you think?
I agree that the Daleks would probably be more powerful, but you know, I'd always go for like the underdogs as a chance to prove yourself. You can do this against the big bad something, you know.
I noticed how in Army of Ghosts and in the Age of Steel that the Cybermen, your jump scare count is higher with the Cybermen than the Daleks.
Yeah.
Which is nothing to be ashamed of at all, because
yeah, everyone gets scared.
I do not understand. Why don't we send an assault force to deal with Fresh Powder right now?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was quite proud of, you know, when you see the little Dalek in the background moving along and stuff, like, I hadn't done, like, focused on detail that much for a background, so I quite liked what I did.
Yeah, works.
No, this is the better way to do it. We need to establish what powers Fresh Powder has. And thanks to Daniel, he let slip that Fresh Powder can use ice powers. See? The longer we prolong this, the more we learn. Very well. Did you do what I said with the DNA we extracted from Fresh Powder? Yes.
Now, the DNA, that was just a vial of DNA. It wasn't like a skin sample that I assumed it was.
Yeah, I forgot that I told you that. I was getting ready to say. But I mean, I quite liked, when I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was like, the longer, yeah, there's still a hint of, I consider Fresh Powder as a separate being to you, because I'm saying, oh Dan, let slip that Fresh Powder could use ice powers and stuff. But also, I I'm interested to know what your thoughts were when I was saying, the longer we prolong this, the more we learn. It's like the way I pictured you thinking it was. He's put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, it was. It's one of those lines where you sort of where the line between smart line or just plain silly is like the perfect combination. So
Yeah.
it was like you're purposely. It's like almost saying so you think I'm stalling? Am I really stalling?
The weapon will seek fresh powder out.
Good. He shouldn't be able to deal with a cyber laser-proof missile that would be too hot when entering the atmosphere.
The reason I reacted the way I did to you saying fire away is mainly because of how loud it was from my TV. I was just like, yeah.
That makes it even funny.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's a little too loud.
That was quite funny. I did like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I suppose I can say this now. I mean, it's like when I was making the missile laser proof, and because when you're traveling through nowhere, I didn't really pick up on the fact that you wouldn't still be on Earth. So I was like, that's what I was saying. Oh, he was leading a army of Cybermen across the landscape, and I thought, without spoiling Chapter 3, in case anyone's not seen it, that you found a way of handling the missile.
Yeah.
And then what you did with Chapter 3 was like, oh, I feel a little guilty now.
Well, the reason I did Chapter 3 the way it was is because I felt like story-wise, I needed a good reason to be fighting you, because I was thinking about what you said at at the beginning of the Chapter 2, saying how can an army pull off a prank, and so I felt like I need my excuse to be a little bit more serious. What can be done to make me angry? So that's kind of why I did. I think the video's crashed again. It crashed again. Brilliant.
What was the last thing you heard me saying before it crashed?
We were talking about Chapter 3, how I needed a good excuse to be fighting and angry, so, yeah.
Well, I suppose we could just pick up from the sentence.
Yeah.
So.
We're nearly at the end, so just gonna play the last little bit of it here.
Firing missile!
Any last words about Chapter 2 before we move on?
I was gonna say the last thing I was saying before we cut out was it's like what happens in Chapter 3. Yeah, Fresh becomes aware of how serious it is and stuff. So it kind of brings up the fire of war and things. But I'd also like to say that every single bit of artwork you see, I make with Microsoft PowerPoint. The only thing at the moment I've done with Photoshop is my cover wall art on YouTube. And so I make all my art on PowerPoint and put it onto Adobe Premiere, and then there's the video done. So
certainly a unique way of doing it. Alright, that was Chapter 2. We will see you guys again for Chapter 3, and hopefully, I don't know, we have a lot more to talk about, but for now, we'll sign out here. So, keep an eye out for the next commentary. So, until next time, stay fresh, and anything else you want to say, Dudley, before...
I gotta see if I can end on a better thing than no this time.
Yeah, you see it.
Nah, I don't think I can. can. Yeah, I